I overheard my girlfriend's shocking secret. What I did next will blow your mind. I'm 29 years old, and my name is Daniel. For the past 4 years, I've been in a relationship with Mia, a 27-year-old freelance writer with a passion for literature and a knack for storytelling. We lived together in a modest apartment in the city, a place that felt like home until it didn't. I worked as a graphic designer for a mid-sized agency, a job that demanded long hours and creative energy. Mia was pursuing her master's degree in literature while freelancing for various publications. Our lives were busy, but I thought we were happy. At least, I thought I was happy. That was before last Thursday. It was a rare day when I left work early. My boss had cancelled a client meeting, and I decided to surprise Mia with dinner from her favorite Italian restaurant. I thought it would be a nice gesture after weeks of us both being buried in work and stress. When I got home, I noticed the door was slightly ajar. My stomach dropped. I pushed it open quietly and heard voices Mia's and a man's. At first I thought it might be one of her friends or a colleague, but then I heard her laugh, a sharp, mocking laugh I didn't recognize. "He's so oblivious," she said. "He's always working, never pays attention. It's almost too easy." I froze. My heart pounded so hard I thought they'd hear it. The man chuckled. "Well, as long as he doesn't find out, right?" "Exactly," Mia replied. "Even if he did, I could talk my way out of it. He'd believe anything I say." I stood there, clutching the takeout bag, my knuckles white. I wanted to storm in, scream, demand answers, but I couldn't move. Instead, I turned around and left, closing the door softly behind me. I got in my car and drove aimlessly, my hands shaking on the wheel. I didn't know where I was going, I just knew I couldn't stay there. The image of Mia laughing, mocking me, played on a loop in my mind. I ended up at my best friend's place. Mark had been my rock since college, and I knew he'd understand. When I walked in, he took one look at my face and didn't ask questions. He just handed me a beer and let me sit in silence. The next morning, I blocked Mia on everything: phone, social media, email. I didn't want to hear her excuses. I wanted her to feel the same confusion and pain I felt when I realized the person I loved had been lying to me. For days, she tried to reach me. Calls, texts, messages, through mutual friends. She even showed up at my office. But I ignored her. I didn't want to hear her apologies or explanations. I already knew the truth. A week later, I found out who the guy was. His name was Jake, and he wasn't just some random stranger. He was a client Mia had been working with. I'd met him once before at a networking event, but I never thought much of it. Now it all made sense. I thought about confronting Jake, but I realized it wasn't worth it. Instead, I focused on moving on. I threw myself into my work, reconnected with friends, and started therapy to process everything. Mia didn't give up easily. She showed up at Mark's place one evening, begging to talk. She looked like a mess mascara smeared, eyes red from crying. "Please," she said, her voice trembling. "Let me explain. It wasn't what you think." I cut her off. "I heard everything, Mia. I was there." Her face went pale. She tried to argue, to downplay what had happened, but I wasn't having it. "We're done," I said, opening the door. "There's nothing left to say." She broke down in tears, but I didn't feel sorry for her. I felt nothing. After that, Mia stopped trying to contact me. I heard through mutual friends that she and Jake didn't last long. Apparently, he had a girlfriend too, and the whole thing blew up in their faces. As for me, I focused on rebuilding my life. I took up new hobbies, traveled, and even started dating again slowly, cautiously. It wasn't easy, but I learned to trust myself again. The betrayal hurt, but it also taught me something important. I deserve better. I won't let anyone treat me like that again. Months later, I found myself in a better place. I had a new apartment, a promotion at work, and a renewed sense of self-worth. I still thought about Mia sometimes, but the pain had dulled. I met someone newer, kind, genuine person who made me feel valued and respected. It wasn't perfect, but it was real, and that was enough. Looking back, I realized that walking away silently was the best decision I could have made. It wasn't about revenge or drama, it was about self, and in the end, that's what mattered most. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more interesting stories happening around you.